Come on, man. That shit ain't that bad.
No.
They was just hating on niggas.
What's going on, guys? I'm Speedy, and the name of this show is 360 with Speedy, and today I'm joined by an icon, a legend whose career has spanned over 40 years. Eddie Murphy is in the building.
40 years?
It's been 40. Is my math wrong?
I started when I was 15, and I'll be 65 next year, so that's almost 50 years.
Almost 50.
I'm shorted now.
It's been a minute, we'll say that. But from the beginning, back...
It's been a minute, we'll say that.
Let's take it back to the beginning for a second. Back in the days when you used to take the bus to and from McCarran Pool in Brooklyn, when you were growing up, your brother's punishment was that they couldn't go outside, but your punishment was that you couldn't watch TV. Did you know then, definitively, that you would be one of the biggest stars to ever grace it?
No, back then I just was obsessed with television. I didn't start saying I was gonna be famous till I was about 13. That's when I started going, I'm gonna be famous, I'm gonna be famous, I'm gonna be famous.
How did you know?
Now this is getting a long story. I had a girlfriend named Sherry who was a clairvoyant. And she could really like read stuff. She could like put her hands on stuff and see stuff with her hands. And it's real stuff. And you could put her hand in the newspaper and tell you the stuff in the paper. And you could put money in her hand. She could tell you what the bill was.
Really?
And she could put her hand in the photo album and tell you who was on the picture. And I would like, since she was my girlfriend, I was like 13, 14. And she told me, you're gonna be famous.
Really?
And she told me, and I was, oh yeah, I knew it. And she said, yeah, you are gonna be famous in here, right? But yeah, Sherry Bell was the first one that really solidified it, because I felt it, and then I seen her reading shit with her hands, and then she told me I was like, oh, if she could read, if she could do that shit, she definitely knows I'm gonna be famous. She had some kind of neurological problem, and she was bedridden all of her 20s, and I took care of her, and she passed away when I was doing Nutty Professor.
Really?
And I took care of her all the way from high school, all the way up to those years. But she was bedridden. And on the set, we're talking about Sherry Bell, you started it. We're on the set of Nutty Professor, and we're shooting one big scene, and all the lights go out. And the whole set is all black. We still the power left. So we go back to the trailer. Then on the way to the trailer, somebody came and told me, hey, Sherry Bell passed away.
Oh, wow.
It's like, lights out.
Holy shit.
Yeah. But now we all off some other creepy shit. Speedy, you had no idea you was gonna be doing a new Tyler Henry type show.
I had no idea. Thank you for this experience.
You're gonna pull out your crystal ball and you have a seance.
You started on SNL at 19 years old. Yeah. And because you were so young, I assume that you didn't have many jobs prior to that. Chandler Shoes in Long Island was one of them.
Yeah, Chandler Shoes and McDonald's.
McDonald's. Wow, look at the irony of McDonald's, and then you worked at McDowell's.
Yeah. McDonald's, Chandler Shoes, and I worked at a place called Radio Marketing, where they would sell leftover like airtime to radio, the local like merchants. You want to buy commercial time, so you would call up like the pizza shop, hey, get mom and the kids and bring them over to Whistle Stop Pizza. And they go, we don't want any advertising to hang up on you.
So you were cold calling, kind of like telemarketing?
Yeah. I did that for a couple of months.
Wow. Look at that. Any success?
Well, I quit.
Is it true that you never once auditioned for a movie in your career, ever?
The only thing I ever auditioned for was SNL.
Right. But a movie, never?
Never.
You must be like the luckiest guy, and well, obviously you're skilled enough.
I'm the only actor, when I say that, I can't think of, no actor can make such a bold statement that they only had one audition their whole life.
That's the biggest flex in the history of flexes ever.
That's crazy. It makes other actors sick though. I was doing something in front of the people, SAG 2 years ago. We were doing something, the whole audience was all actors and SAG, and I said that you could kind of feel like this motherfucker. You can feel like, oh, this guy. Yeah, but only one.
When you think about the career span that is Eddie Murphy, so many catchphrases come to mind. Obviously, Hercules is one. What is it? Velvet is one. There's just so many.
Fuck you, Eddie. That's what they call when sometime on the street and somebody, hey, Eddie, fuck you, Eddie.
Fuck you.
And my kid's like, why did they say that to you? You'll understand when you're older. But I do have a lot of little catchphrases and stuff.
Sexual chocolate is amongst my favorites.
Chocolate. Sexual chocolate. You know, in Sexual Chocolate, when we did that scene, Sexual Chocolate is just one of the names that I said. Each time I did
a different one?
we had a different ridiculous name for the band. And Sexual Chocolate was the most ridiculous one, but I kept doing it's all these different names.
You did an interview once with the legendary Al Roker, and he asked you, he said something like, oh, you've done so many types of movies, almost every one. Is there a genre of movie left that you haven't done yet? Do you remember what your answer was to that?
I said porno.
Yes. Is that in the cards?
No, porno.
Never.
And kind of past my porno years.
That's one stone that won't get turned?
The name of the porno movie was The Man in the Chair.
I've heard you say that the one movie you feel truly represents you the best as an actor and your capabilities is The Nutty Professor.
Yeah, Nutty Professor has a bunch of stuff in it. You know, it's a bunch of stuff. It's all these different characters, and they have to play different stuff. And, you know, there's like some serious kind of sweet, heartfelt stuff in it. And it's stuff that's just completely like insane in it. And it just, if I just could just take one movie just to represent my whole shit, it would be Nutty Professor, I think.
So let's give you more than one. When you think about what the Mount Rushmore of Eddie Murphy movies is, what's on there for you?
The Mount Rushmore of my movies.
Yeah.
Coming to America.
Yes.
The Nutty Professor. Shrek. Going now, I'm like, it's like a bunch of joints. I'm like, gonna leave his joints out. Because I can't, if I say 48 hours, I can't say Trading Places.
Pick one.
Let's say 48 hours.
So the final four: Coming to America, Shrek, Nutty Professor, 48 Hours.
Oh, no, wait a second. Because Dreamgirls is great.
That's a classic.
Okay, so
huge box office success.
Yeah, so let's take off.
Don't take off Coming to America.
I'll take 48 hours off and put Dreamgirls on. Yeah, 48 hours is really good, but Dreamgirls, that's women and guy, everybody can enjoy. But 48 hours is a guy movie, so why would this is a hard one. I got a lot of joints that worked.
You do?
It'd be easier to name my 4 worst movies.
Let's hear them. What do you got?
Pluto Nash, Holy Man.
Some say Norbit, but I like Norbit.
I love Norbit. You know, Norbit came out when right after I got the Oscar nomination. So it was like, it was kind of like, there were articles that was like, how can he get an Oscar and he did this? It's like, man, it's two different movies. And Norbit, I wrote Norbit with my brother Charlie, and we think Norbit is fun. And here's the thing with Norbit, when it came out, I got voted for Razzies for
worst actor of the decade.
Worst actor of the decade, worst actor, and worst actress.
You getting worst actress for that?
They gave me a Razzie for worst actress, worst actor, and worst actor of the decade. I was like, come on, man. Shit ain't that bad. No. It was just hating on a nigga. But I like Norbit. To this day, I like Norbit. It's this stuff in Norbit that makes me laugh.
Same. Yeah. Is it true that you were once offered the role for what Chris Tucker played in Rush Hour?
Yes. And did I say Holy Man is one of my worst movies?
You did.
Yeah, that's the movie that I did instead of Rush Hour.
Really?
They came to me and it was like, it was 2 scripts. It was like, it's Rush Hour, and it's going to be action, comedy, and you're going to be in Jackie Chan, and it's action, and it's summertime, running all this physical stuff. And this other one was you in a robe in Miami. I was like, hey,
easy choice.
It's a no-brainer. And we went to Miami and made a horrendous film, but it was easy to go. And it actually wasn't. I have to stop saying horrendous. The movie was soft. It wasn't a great picture, But yeah, I did Holy Man instead of.
Damn. I would have. I mean, Chris Tucker obviously did an incredible job.
Absolutely, yeah.
But who knows what Eddie Murphy in Rush Hour could have been?
And I was original for Driving Miss Daisy. That was they actually developed that for me.
Really?
Yeah. But
Look at that.
I wasn't doing no shit like that back then. I was like, I ain't driving no Miss Daisy.
I've heard you say that your ideal day in life these days is doing nothing.
Yeah.
Can you tell me more about that? What does that mean?
Always. That's always been the ideal. Nothing. I like when there's absolutely nothing on the schedule and there's no plans and nothing. It's just Saturday. That's my favorite.
Walk me through, like, what was your last Saturday like?
Just like probably no different than your Saturday. It's just a regular Saturday.
I'm a big homebody, so I just be at the crib.
I'm totally at home. There's no bigger homebody than me. Like,
I don't know. We might go pound for pound.
Like I said, when I was a kid, you started off with when I was a kid, my punishment was I couldn't go outside. I couldn't watch TV, and my brothers could go out. And I literally could go outside, but I couldn't watch TV. And I would just sit in the house miserable, just crying because I couldn't watch TV. I loved to be in the house just chilling.
As much as you like to be inside, one place I have seen you frequent is courtside at the Lakers games. Do you have, or what's your best memory of like sitting courtside at a Laker game?
I have a greatest fear at the basketball.
What's that? Getting hit with the ball or something?
Not the ball. That happened once, but I had one of these giant motherfuckers coming and going for a ball and run you over and shit. You be on TV and it'd be on the news and Shaq stepping on your face. Whenever I go there, because you really realize how big these guys are to you. Sit on the floor and they run by. It's like a fucking herd. They're like 7 feet dude. They be diving and shit. And my biggest fear is to be sitting there and one of them guys go dive for some ball and
knock you out?
Knock me out and turn into some meme and shit.
That's funny. I feel like I've seen you have stories about every celebrity in the history of celebrities because you've been around for so very long. So I want to just ask you a couple names and if you've ever met them or stories that you have with them. And I want to start with one of your former co-stars, and that's Beyonce. You guys did Dreamgirls together. What's your favorite memory of spending time with her?
I did Dreamgirls right when I was getting divorced. And I was kind of like on automatic pilot, and I don't remember a lot of making the movie. But my Beyonce memory was, and neither one of them know that I know this. I watched Jennifer Hudson and Beyonce. They were between shots, they were on stage. And Jennifer is new in show business then. And she had, I guess, her finger right between her, was ashy, and she was licking her fingers and getting the ash like that. And Beyonce grabbed and said, "Ooh, girl, don't do that. I'll get you some cream." And it was quiet between the two of them, but I saw it. And this might be the first time I've shared that with anyone. That's my Beyonce memory. "Ooh, girl, let me get you some cream. Don't do that."
That's funny. How about any historic basketball players like LeBron James?
I met LeBron James once when I first got divorced and we went out to the club. Me and got the whole crew together. It was like, we gonna go back out to the club again. And a bunch of old motherfuckers went out to the club. And we was the old dudes in the club and shit. And that one night I seen LeBron James coming out of the club and met him. That's the only time I met him. And I never met the other brother. I never met Michael Jordan before. I haven't met a lot of people. I met a bunch of people in the early days. When I first got into business, I would meet people, but I don't do a lot of show business stuff, so whenever I go anywhere where there's a lot of show business people, they're always like, "Hey, I never saw you before." People in the business with people, been around people for 20 years, 30 years, never ran into them.
You got your star on the Walk of Fame back in '96, I believe. Have you ever, or do you ever just go back and like look at it or walk past it or check it out? Or is '96 the last time you saw it?
Yeah, I think so. I know it's outside the W Hotel. Is it the W?
Yeah, that's on Hollywood Boulevard.
I think it's where it is, and it's a Charlie Chaplin plaque on the wall. And it's right there. I never went back and looked at it.
If I had a Walk of Fame or a star on the Walk of Fame, I would just go like check on it just to make sure it looks good. Really? Buff it up a little bit.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't give a fuck after a while. You feel like, hey.
You got a new film coming out. Tell us about it. It's called The Pickup?
Yeah, The Pickup is about to come out on Amazon Prime Video. It's just a funny Eddie Murphy action comedy, like the old joints, like the old days. But the difference is, like a movie like 48 Hours, and, I was the young dude, and it's the older guy. Now I'm the older guy, but Pete Davidson is the young dude. But it's really funny.
Keke Palmer also stars in it?
Yeah, the wonderfully talented Keke Palmer and Andrew Dice Clay and Eva Longoria. Just a great summer movie, action comedy.
Do you have a favorite moment from the film, like being on set with those people every day?
Well, because Pete is from SNL and Pete is a stand-up comic, we had a lot in common, and it was a lot of joking between scenes, and it's a lot.
Like what? What were you guys saying?
Mostly, we do. It's a couple of movies that we know all the dialogue to, both of us. And it was do lines from like Rocky or something. He'll say a line and I'll say it. Not just say the line, like act out the line and act. We was going back and forth a lot. So any movies that we both knew all the stuff to, we'd throw away.
Do you ever think about legacy at all? I mean, obviously you're so stamped in this, but do you ever think about legacy and your own? My
legacy is my children. Like this is what I do to make a living. It's not my legacy, not my legacy at all. My legacy is, my children, that I produced these wonderful, well-balanced human beings that I'm proud of.
10 of them, right?
That are good people, that are 10 good people. Like I don't have the one, this is the bullshit ass celebrity asshole nut kid. I don't have any of that. Like all my kids are really good people. And that's my legacy, that, I got these great kids that I produced.
That's a great legacy to have. Eddie, I appreciate you taking the time, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate it.